What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the weekly review of My Hero Academia, or Boku no Hero Academia, however you prefer it. So, the episode. Slow-paced, not as interesting, not a lot happened in it. Aside from some comedy moments, aside some character building for Ida, and some other important stuff, and aside from that ending, it wasn't as interesting. Though I did enjoy it. It was a good episode. Not a lot usually has to happen. And as long as you have likable characters, you can enjoy an episode. And honestly, I love this series. I'm currently in anime only. I do have the volumes on my shelf, but I've stayed away from all sorts of spoilers. And I've heard this season is going to end off on a good part. Like chapter 20 or 21 or something. And from what I've heard, it's really damn good. So the ending of this episode had me questioning, will this heroes versus villains confrontation take us all the way through the last 4 episodes? But if it doesn't, what's next? What if we end off in the middle of a tournament? What if we end off in a cliffhanger? What if Studio Bones finally decides to deviate from the manga and incite the rage of all the manga readers and manga fans? So I do have some concerns, but I'm mostly just interested because the ending honestly excited me. It was the main highlight of the episode for me because it's not just 3 or 4 villains that we were introduced to last episode. No, it's a literal like 10, 20, maybe even 30 villains that showed up out of this dimensional portal at USJ where Class 1A was doing rescue training. That's very fucking ironic. They go there to rescue people, and villains usually cause these situations where people need rescued. So, I love that bit of irony. And I kind of, Studio Bones, I don't know if it was in the manga, but if you came up with the villain designs for the extra villains and everything, I like that. There's a fucking paper villain, if I'm not mistaken. How deadly is paper? Ow, paper cut. You're gonna bleed to death from multiple paper cuts. So yeah, I'm excited for the next couple of episodes, and hopefully Class 1A gets to fight its own individual villains. I want to see how some of them will have to think through their battles. They're in partially their hero costumes and everything, and they were going to do some rescue training and everything, because they've done physical fitness tests to show them every possibility of their quirk, their maximum physical fitness, whatever. And then they've done combat training to show them that these quirks can be used in many different ways. They can be dangerous. And as Space Hero 13 or something explained, his quirk and a lot of other quirks can be used to kill people, but if used in the right way, they can save people's lives. And I gotta say, how fucking OP is Space Hero? Why haven't we not heard of him until now? He's a fucking black hole! I'm assuming he's a black hole inside that spacesuit and everything, or maybe he can just touch things and turn them into black hole, but damn, that is fucking overpowered. Everything he touches gets sucked in and turns to dust. He could easily kill millions of people if he made a giant black hole. It's a good thing he's a hero. So yeah, the Hands villain showed up, that... how do I even describe him? He has like the brain on top of his head villain showed up. I'm assuming that black smoke that allowed them to cross dimensions or something to teleport him there is that bartender smoke guy. Yeah, things are kind of looking bad because All Might as well had done heroing on the way and he used up his time limit. So Aizawa, Space Hero, and Class 1A are on their own against this horde of villains. I want to see Midoriya fight a villain or 2 on his own. It's going to be interesting to see how he thinks through it, because he needs to learn how to control his power. He doesn't want to become incapacitated and need someone else to save him. He doesn't want to put other people in danger. So if he does fight a villain, hopefully a strong one at that, he's going to need to think his way through like he did with Bakugo. Now, moving on to other portions of the show. Let me talk about the class representatives. Initially, they had to choose class representatives, and everyone wanted to be one, except Ida proposed they do an election, even though he wanted to be one really, really bad. Ida and Ochako, I knew it would be Ochako, but I'm surprised Ida did it, voted for Deku. Deku was elected class representative. I like that, though his face was pretty funny at that moment. You can have a whole list of just Deku reactions. And Ida's whole reasoning for choosing Deku is Deku is a person who could easily lead people. He's quick at judging in critical moments and everything, and he's strong. He can't control his quirk very well. He gets himself injured and everything. But he could make a great leader. Although he's still very nervous and insecure and is lacking confidence, so to say. So Deku was kind of freaking out. And after the media breaks in and everything, because I'm assuming it was the hands villain without all the hands on him, he must have disintegrated or something, the barrier that comes up. Because whenever someone who doesn't have a pass or a student ID tries to come into UA, these barriers, these like steel walls and everything, shoot up from the ground to prevent anyone from trespassing. I'm assuming it'll eventually cover Ariel as well, because they have sensors all over the place, as we find out. The press breaks in after, I think it's the Hands hero, the Hands villain, does that. And it causes a panic, because they were illegally trespassing on the place. And everyone was getting swept away in the crowd and everything. It was a lot of people, at least 100 or 200 people in the hallway. And people were getting swept away. Some were probably going to be crushed in this whole mob frenzy. So Ida gets himself floating from Ochako's power, and he acts like a emergency exit Ida, which is funny, by the way. And he has everyone calm down. And after that, Deku basically recommends him as a class representative, because he's calm under these moments, and he helped calm everyone else down. He is a true leader. He could easily lead everyone else. And diving into Ida a little bit more, we find out he's a rich boy who has an older brother, which is basically his older brother to him, what is All Might to Deku. His older brother, Ignenium or whatever, inspired Ida to become a hero. He wants to be a hero that's as great as him, so he's his role model and everything. I really like how we've kind of dived into his character a little bit more. We learn that he's a rich boy, and he does respect Deku. Though I kind of want Deku to actually sit down and talk about how he didn't realize the practical or the real intent of the entrance exam. So other than that, there was quite a few comedy moments. I love when he was floating and he turned on his boosters and everything, and he just starts doing barrel rolls in the air. And how when the press was kind of crowding Aizawa and Voice Hero or Mic Hero or whatever, because they want comments about All Might working there. And Mic Hero goes, "You can call them villains. Can we just beat them up?" And Aizawa goes, "No, if you do that, they'll write half-truths about what happened." That is so fucking true. The media always spins their own tales about what happens, and you can't honestly trust them with a lot of things. And God, they were way too damn pushy. We just want a comment. If you get one comment, you'll want another. Oh God, paparazzi. Just the press. So yeah, I'm overall excited. I'm assuming that the Hands person his quirk is disintegration. That's what it looked like when unless maybe it's firepower, because that would explain how it kind of got melted and allowed the press in. But maybe it's disintegration, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on the whole episode. I know this episode review has been delayed a little bit and everything, and it's a lot closer to the next episode, so forgive me. I really apologize. I'm really sorry. Things came up, I procrastinated a little bit, yada yada yada. You guys understand. So yeah, leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you're new. Check out the links down in the description where you can add me on Twitter and Facebook. Go check out episode 9 of My Hero Academia. Who else is hyped for the next episode? If you're a manga reader, don't spoil anything. You can answer some of my questions in these reviews, but try to keep the spoilers to a minimum. Should I do a live reaction to the last episode? That's one thing I want to ask before. I am very, very excited for the ending of this season because I've heard it's good. It's going down enough in a really good place. Should I do a live reaction? There will be no footage included because I don't want to take any risks, and there will be no audio except me talking and possibly background music. Let me know in the comments. Should I hop on the manga hype train? Let me know that too. So yeah, have a good day. Watch lots of anime, read lots of manga. Bye-bye, guys. Have a good one.